Hello and welcome to Raymies Garage. We've got this bit of a project car here. This is a Honda Civic. I think it's a 2010 1.4 petrol manual, and the Apprentice Paul has bought this to be used for commuting back and forward to work because he doesn't want to use his Nissan 370Z. So we bought this car last week, and there's quite a bit of work to be done on it. Mainly, there is no clutch on it, and we managed to get the car from the buyer, or sorry, the seller, with no clutch and a very little clutch, and managed to get it here. Although we did try to tow that the last 200 yards. So that's one of the jobs we're going to be doing on the car, is sticking a new clutch in it. I mean, you can start the car, put it into first gear, put the handbrake off, put the clutch off, or lift the clutch out, and nothing happens. Like zero, nothing, not a thing. So we've got a new clutch for it. There are a couple of wee cosmetic bits and pieces. It's probably going to need some new brakes as well. Is MOT to September, but generally it looks okay for a wee daily runabout. It does about 45 miles to the gallon, so that's what he's looking for. Nothing special, just a car, but new clutch, and I think the battery's knackered in it as well. I just tested the battery. The alternator's working fine, but the battery's totally goosed. So, list of jobs. It's going to take us a bit of time. We're not in any hurry to do that. So we'll start by getting the main stuff out from under here, which is disconnecting all the parts for the gearbox. I'll just pop the hood here if I can find it. Let's see. So there's parts at the top of the engine we need to start to disconnect. So let me put this up here. Yeah, so need to take the battery out, take all the cover out, take this off, take all the airbox off, because there is a number of connections to the manual transmission gearbox on it, and need to take some of the engine mounts off. And once we've done all the top part of it, we'll put it on axle stands and we'll take the clutch out. So I'm going to order a new clutch, maybe do a pilot bearing and the main seal, and see how that goes. So hope you enjoy this. So going to be probably a couple of videos on this, but it'll be interesting to see if we can get it back on the road. New clutch, new battery, give it a wee service, some oil, change all the fluids on it, and we'll see how Apprentice Paul gets on using it for work. So I'll start to get the battery off. This allows us to get into this part of the engine. Take the battery holder off. The wee J hooks. I probably should take that off. Give that a wee second. Oh, we'll get that disconnected. I'll probably need to take this tray off. They look like 14s or 15s. And we'll take this air intake off. So I've managed to get the battery area out and the airbox, which are over there, and what we're trying to do here is to figure out what's connected to the transmission. And this is the transmission here, the different bolts. These are the connections, the gear selectors. Now, bearing in mind I've never ever done this before, so again, try to learn as I go along. So just got to make sure we disconnect everything. Yeah, that looks like the gear lever. Readdressing, that's the clutch lever here. That's the hydraulic part of that clutch. And this is the hydraulic pipe. So we probably need to disconnect this to free that up. Take some of these connectors out that are into the gearbox. Obviously the engine mount or the transmission mount. We're going to take these two off, and we're going to unbolt these here to try and take everything off we can see at the top of the gearbox or transmission. So that's as far as I can see it now. So take these wee pins out and keep a hold of them, and that should basically slide up there, and this one should be the same. You can't see that, that's that one. That should slide off there, so that's freeing them up. And now I need to get a socket on that and a socket on this bracket holding the clutch hydraulic line on it. So I'll just crack down there, crack that one. Okay. A wee wobbly bit in there. I'm not sure if there's one round the back. I think there might be. There must be one round the back, so that's solid. Right. I'll just put that wee screw back in there so I don't forget what it is. It's just to try and get that socket in there. Let's see if I can get a picture of that. Yeah, it's a way down there. That's me on it. You probably can't see that, that's fine. That's it gone now. Battery's flat, you wouldn't believe that. I think it's slack enough to turn behind, aye. Let's see if you can see. See what's a wee down there. Right, that's it, there it is. That should allow us to have that nice and slack. That bracket's just staying on there. This is a hydraulic pipe for the clutch. And the thing we need to take off now is these two, which is a hydraulic ram pushing the clutch. There's notches all over there. That should be alright. buzz that out now. Yeah, so you can see that's just sitting there. It's got a wee knuckle on that, and we can maybe just hold that up with a wee tie wrap or something like that, just to hold that in position. Anyway, that's not connected to the gearbox, and I'll stick these wee bolts back in here in case I end up losing them. So, I'm not sure if that's all we need to take off at the top. I'll have a wee look round if I can get this bolt to go bloody back in. Yeah, I'm not sure that's all. I think there are a couple of connections. Let's have a look. So, there are a couple of electrical connections in there. I'll get my wee screwdriver and take them off. Don't want them to break. That's off. We'll get that held up a wee bit, and we've obviously got the mount here, and there'll be one on the other side, which will be that one there likely, and there's probably going to be some bolts up here that's holding the bell housing into position. That one there, could probably get them for the top. There's probably one over here somewhere. I could take that off. That's going to the thermostat there, that hose, but I'll try and avoid that. I'll just keep that off out the road. Yeah, so yeah, that's us in there. There's a few bolts up the top. I think that's about it, to be fair. So I'll get these wee connectors off and I'll regroup from there. Right, so I think I've done everything I need to do at the top, except obviously the gearbox mounting. I slided a couple of bolts here. I'm not sure if there's one behind there yet. I've got the car up on axle stands, 4 of, how to secure it. I've got the back wheel stop chopped there, stop it moving. So I'm not sure we have to remove subframe or anything like that. We'll have a look and wonder. If we have to, we have to. I managed to take that off, that whole under tray, which is this bit here, fairly large, and every single one of these either broke, these clips, or the nuts stripped. I went to pull them off with a wee special tool, so you can see there's quite a number of them, all rusted. We've got it off, so we'll get under now and have a look and see what the lie of the land is. Right, myself and Spock's going to have a wee look under. So, this is our transmission. That's the mount up there. Looks like we'll have to take the drive shaft out. I think out of both ends actually. This is the gearbox drain plug for the oil. I think that's the top up plug up there. So, move over a wee fraction. Looks like a wee bit of an oil leak here. I'll investigate what that is. Here's a kind of bolt I'll reach for the top. Clutch lever here. There's a bigger bolt here. And there's one there. I think there's a couple over there. But the problem is I'll need to take this ball joint out to allow us to take that drive shaft out, which has got a bit of a damaged bush here, and maybe I'm balancing bush by the looks at that. That maybe have to be addressed. So, yes, I think I'll firstly see if I can drain any oil out it, because when we do split that, I'm going to split it here obviously, right around there, and it's better getting the oil out at first I've got some of these bolts sprayed up, a bit of lubricant, and I'll see if I can get this out. This is going to be a bit of a nightmare, I think, in here. Okay, so let's get to it. But that doesn't look great, we'll get that cleaned up. Right, so we'll get the gearbox oil. I have already slackened the top one, so just don't think there's going to be much coming out of this. So. Doesn't look too bad, the gearbox oil. So we'll just let that drain. Hopefully the wind won't catch it too much. And we'll stick the wee plug back in again. But it actually looks, well, it's probably the original gearbox oil that's in that. So let that drain and I'll go and get some stuff to see if I can take this swinging arm off. So that came off quite simply there actually. I was quite surprised at that. So where I've took this wee drop link off as well. So I'm just trying to take this off. It's quite awkward actually, this spanner. That's better. Right, so that's quite slack. A wee bit more. So, I'm not sure if my other camera recorded there, but however, I've managed to get the ball joint off. I'm now going to try and see if I can knock this out, get a big nut on that and pull that off, pull the hub out and be able to pop the drive shaft out this side. We'll see how we go with that. I was just checking that it was still moving, but I think we need a bigger pry bar than that, Ramondo. There you go. There you go. There you go. So that's that out. Let's give this a wee tap. That's that off. Just need to push this back a wee bit. How the hell did that end up on the other side of that? Like you up there. Up there. So that's us ready just to pop that out. And I'm going to try just pop that out under there. I didn't expect much oil to come out here. So we've got just bit of position here. There we go. There we have. shaft out. So not much oil for that. Sorry. It's okay. It's my fill plug. That wasn't too bad. I actually thought that was going to be worse than that. Right, I'll have a wee look over the other side and see where we go for here. So a wee update where we are with the Honda Civic. We've got all the bolts out for the gearbox. There are a few around here. There's a bit of an awkward one right down in there. Probably can't see that. A bit of a difficult one. Everything's disconnected. I've got underneath, I've got the engine on my air jack, and I've got the gearbox on the trolley jack, and I think everything's just about ready to go. I've managed to slacken that a wee bit, so I'm just trying to check that there's nothing sticking it there. That looks like the starter, so that's pretty free. I'll stick that in there. And I think it's just, well, I think it moved there. I'm just trying to get the drive away from the actual clutch itself. I think I moved it there. There we go, that's us out. So we can see the flywheel and the clutch to the other side. So I think the shaft's clear of that. I can just roll that down a wee bit. Go back a bit. Yeah, I think it's clear. As you can see in there, the drive shaft. So I'm just trying to get it to go back a wee fraction, and I'll be able to lower that down. Yeah, it seems pretty free, so I'll try and lower it down a bit. Just try to make sure it's going to come out. That's good. I'll try to do this myself here, so let's have a wee look. I think it's hung up over there somewhere. Just checking. Right, there's a cable or something holding it. Hold on. At the top. And there's the clutch. Just to try and get this off now. I see what state the flywheel's in. Yeah, there's this wee connector here. It was annoying. I think I've got my battery going dead. So I'll clear my feet and I'll try and get that clutch plate off. So I need to get that off, make sure I'm ordering the correct one, and see what state the flywheel's in. Apologise if I never got all of that. It was this wee clip here, this wee sensor. It's probably like a shaft position sensor. And there we have the spline from the gearbox. Huge amount of clutch material on that. That'll need to be cleaned. There's one of the dowels there. It's probably sticking it a wee bit, and that's about another one there, and that's probably a bolt for that side there. So that's fine. I'll take a break for that. here. There might be one more, I think. Mr. Wire up there at the road. Pretty stiff. Looks like there's another one up there, I think. I can't really see it because of the way I'm lying down. I think it's just a dowel. There we are. So, I think my clutch plate's completely knackered in the state that's in. That actually looks not bad. So it does. One of the things we're going to do was to change the pilot bearing here. We change this wee bearing. It actually looks okay, plus you've got the main seal in behind the flywheel here. So I think that just needs a wee rub. It actually feels okay, it's a wee bit rough. Rough there, right enough to be fair, it's a wee bit rough there. I think a gentle rub down with some fine sandpaper, because that flywheel is hundreds of pounds and we don't really want to spend that. So this side of it, the actual clutch, quite a bit of wear on that. As I say, the clutch plate is wafer thin. There's practically nothing on it, it's chewed up, dust everywhere. So, and I can smell it now. I'll just stick these back in here, that'll make sure I don't lose them. Then we'll go the diameter of the clutch and make sure the right specifications there, and we'll get a new one ordered. So when we were doing this was the problem bolt here, to get in behind there and take that off. I'm interested in how we get it back on again. Let's see, we'll get that wee rub down, keep them in there. The rest of them are okay. There's another dowel here at this point up here, and I don't think we'll bother changing the main seal, because sometimes you might get a wee bit of oil leaking down here, but it's not bad. It looks as if there's a wee bit of oil here, but it's certainly not up there. So what you can see from here, I don't know if we can get the angle of the camera on it, I'll maybe get the big light on it. You can see scorch marks on that, where there's quite a lot of friction, quite a lot of heat on the actual clutch itself. So that's totally and utterly goosed. So not the best condition, and so it's getting late in the evening. The actual plate itself, the clutch plate, look how thin that is. I'll keep that and see what it's like in comparison to the new one. But certainly chowed up in places. Probably the original clutch, I would imagine. So let's see. And again, maybe not. Okay, it's certainly burning in the car when we try to drive it home, but we'll take it from there and move on. Waiting in parts. I always love to watch these videos on YouTube when they lay out the tools that you need to do this job, and I'm going to do that. And there it's there, Here's the tools you need to do this job. If you haven't got any of the tools, you can't do the job. But there you go. All laid out beautifully and nice for you. I'm going to do this to check the main seal, and behind here, I'll take that off there, just to see if it's leaking oil, or to see if I can try and fix that a bit. But these are quite expensive. There we are. So there is a bit of dust there, but the seal looks okay actually. This is the pilot bearing. Actually, it feels okay. Not expensive to change that. I might see if I can get another one of them and start our motor. Okay. That's it there, I think. Is it? No, it's not.
You went too quick for me there.
It's not on, it's not on. Yeah.
I'll tell you when you... Right.
That's it.
So what's that, about 5 bolts is it?
6. Just leave it up there, I can see it. That's it. So this is where we are so far. Unfortunately, my other camera didn't record, so I'll give you a bit of an update. We've got obviously got the clutch in, the gearbox back in again. We've got the drive shafts on both sides in, and where are we? So yes, so both drive shafts in, all this back on, so our drive shaft in, our hub, all the bolts are in the bell housing, the other drive shafts on, mountings are all back on again, and all I've got to do now is put oil back in the gearbox. Didn't want to forget doing that. So that's all underneath, all back to where it was. Hopefully, I've certainly got no bolts left, so they're all in the right place. Up top, again I did record this on my other camera, but it didn't work. So I've got all the airbox back in again on the throttle body. Battery back in, everything on the top. We've got the engine mount down here back on. Again, no bolts left. Everything back in position. That looks as if it's broke there. So it is. So I'm going to now put the gearbox oil back in, tidy up the wheels a wee bit of the hubs. Let's get rid of some of this grime here. Not the best looking, however. So gearbox oil back in again, get that tidied and put the wheels back on, and we're ready to try it at that point. Okay, Mr. Spock's here to help. I'm just going to take the fill plug out. Get that around the right way, Spock. I thought that was quite slack there. Just move it.
that's the fill plug. Now let's check the hose. It's going to go in there. Yep, it is. And I just need to make sure that's tightened up. It's just a quarter inch drive. That's tight, that's pretty tight. Okay, let's see if I can soak oil out now. Right, here we go. So I'm just going to wait till that pours out. Hopefully that's the level. I think that's about us now, I think. Yeah, so that's spilling out quite nicely. So I would say that's full. Just got my fill plug back into position. Right, that's us. Wheels back on. I doubt it if it's going to start. This battery's probably needing replaced. There's only one way to find out if it's going to start, and let's get in and see if it'll run. Certainly the clutch feels pretty decent. So let's see. That feels nice and smooth. Handbrake's on. Key on. Oh, surprised that started right away. So let's see if the thing will go. Right, so I've got all sorts of lights flashing at me. That's just the handbrake going off, so I'll select reverse gear. Clutch is in. Probably the brakes are solid, but it's certainly moving. Feels pretty good actually. Just remember, I've got one of these wee chocks in here. In fact, so it has been sitting for a while, but it actually moved. So let's reverse it back. Brakes are okay. Let's see if I can get it to go forward. It went, it moved, so the clutch is working fine. Just need to now take it into, on the road, sorry, to get a wee test drive. Once we get it all roadworthy, let's put the plates back on it and get it taxed, and it already has an MOT, so we shall do that. And that's it guys for this video. Hope you enjoyed that. I've never changed a clutch before. Fairly simple in this car, but thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers for now.